Hello peoples, we have another tapping video today, and today's tapping video I have decided to clear blocks and resistance to getting the list method working for you. Okay, I did a video about the list method quite a while ago. I can't remember, maybe 6 months ago or something. If you haven't already watched the list method or don't know what the list method is, then I'm going to link it up here or here. I don't know which way it's going to turn up. And it will be in the description below. You can click the link and watch that video first. Or if you know what the list method is, then you can always don't have to. Anyway, I have been... where do I start? Welcome to my world. I'm Kylie. I go on tangents all the time and I sidetrack myself and then end up with 20-minute videos. So yeah, if you're along for the ride, then enjoy the journey. I will try to keep this on point. Okay, so I joined this new group maybe a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, and it's a robotic affirming group. It's not my group. I have my own group, but it's not this one. Anyway. And they were using the list method, or, well, not they, the particular person that is running the group was promoting using the list method, which is writing everything on a list and then just affirming, I have everything on my list, or everything on my list is manifested. That's how easy it is. But I did notice, observing the comments and the posts that were coming up, that some people were having some issues with believing that it worked, or just getting it to work in general. Which made me think of doing this video, which is going to be very similar to the video I did, the last one about robotic affirming. Funny story is that I've obviously used the list method because in my video that I linked just before, I talk about all the successes I've had with the list method. But I noticed that it stopped sort of working as well. It didn't stop working altogether. It just stopped working as well for me for a little while. And I thought, what's going on? And it was because I was letting doubts and stuff creep in. And so I tested myself, which I'll get to in a minute, and where I will test all of you. And I realized that my belief in the list method working for me had actually dropped. So I did my tapping for myself, got it up to 100% belief that it works again, and voila, like literally that day or the next day, I got like 3 things that were on my list. Like my list has got like 200 things on it. So there's stuff, I like it like that because there's constantly stuff showing up all the time. Like every day I'm getting stuff and I'm, oh, that's on my list. Oh, that was on my list. Oh, that was on my list. I'll be watching TV and something will happen and I'll be like, oh, that's on my list. It's kind of fun. I like to make it a game. I like to make it fun. Okay, stop talking, Kylie. Otherwise it's going to be another 20-minute video. Okay, so I want you to take a deep breath and let it out. And then I want you to ask yourself, how strongly do I believe that the list method works for me? Now, usually people will just get an answer straight away because the subconscious is usually the first one to answer. It's that little tiny whisper in the back of your head, and it will just give you a number that it will just feel right. Now, I'm not going to go spend too much time talking about how to get the number because I did go into quite a bit of detail of how to get your number in the last video, the robotic affirming one. I'll link it up here if you want to go watch that. I went into the 3 different methods you can use to get that number, so then you know whether it's right or not. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of just what it feels right, okay? And that's what we're going to go with. So my job in this tapping video is to shift your belief. So right now you're here and your belief is that it doesn't work for you, or it might be, maybe it's taking too long for things to show up, or you just don't believe it, or maybe you have resistance in some form or another and it's just not working. And I want to clear all the shit and the resistance and get you over here. And over here is, I believe that the list method works for me, and then things will start showing up for you. Like, there's no small feat for me to, you know, get you to believe in like 10 minutes. But that's okay. I like a challenge. Okay. So what we do is that we do 3 setup statements on the karate chop point, and then we tap through the points. It doesn't matter what order you do with them in. It doesn't matter whether you use 1 hand or 2 hands. It doesn't matter whether you miss a point. Honestly, it doesn't matter as long as you're going along. I will try to slow down so that you can repeat after me. So I will say a line and then you say it, and I will try to leave a gap. Sometimes I forget because I get on a roll and I just blah, 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 blah. If I don't leave this a space, it doesn't matter. Just think it really fast, or just focus on what I'm saying. You don't actually have to say it out loud. You can just be thinking it, as long as you're focusing on you know, what the, I almost said robotic affirming, the list method, and thinking about why it's not working for you, okay? So let's start. Repeat after me. Even though the list method is not working for me, I still love and accept myself anyway. Okay, second time. I just can't get the list method to work for me. But I'm going to love myself anyway. And the third one, there's a part of me that is just resisting believing that this could work for me. But I still love myself and accept myself completely, with or without the list method working. And moving to the top of the head, the list method does not work for me. I can't get it to work. I can't believe that everyone else is having success with the list method, but not me. I'm so frustrated and annoyed. Insert anything else that you're feeling about this right now, that I can't get it to work for me. Why isn't it working for me? I'm tapping under the eye, of course. I've tried and I've tried to get it to work, but it's just not working. I'm almost ready to just give up, because it's just, the list method doesn't work for me. Collarbone. I just must have all this resistance in the way of it working for me. Under the arm. or it's just sort of like the bra line. I don't know why it's not working for me. I don't know why I took on this belief that it can't work for me. Maybe I did it subconsciously or unconsciously. Somewhere along the way, I picked up this belief that it's not going to work for me. And so it didn't. It's not working. But now that I'm aware that it's not working and it's my belief, I can choose to let it go. It's time to let this old belief go. I'm choosing to let this go now. Okay, now I want you to take a deep breath and let it go. I've said this in another video. I want you to imagine this ball of energy just leaving your body. That was the old belief. And now we're going to insert the new belief. We'll start here. I am choosing to believe that the list method works for me. I'm allowing myself to believe that the list method works for me. I am giving myself permission to believe. Because I'm the one that's in control. I'm the creator of my reality. I'm the one that gets to decide the rules. I'm the one that gets to choose my beliefs. Collarbone. I'm choosing to believe that this method works for me. Under the arm. I'm choosing to believe it always works for me from now on. I'll just add that bit at the end. So, top of the head. I am now trusting that the list method will work for me. I trust myself. I trust in the process. Under the eye, I believe in myself. Under the nose, I believe I can do this. This is what I'm choosing now. This is who I am. The list method works for me. And say it again. The list method works for me. One more time. The list method always works for me. Okay, now I want you to ask yourself the same question that we did at the start. How strongly do I now believe that the list method works for me? And you'll find that the number that you originally got was much lower and now it's gone up. If it hasn't gone up enough, you can do another round and it will go up even more. And all you have to do every time that you're having doubts, come back and do this tapping again to increase your belief that the list method actually works for you. Because trust me, it's freaking awesome when it does, because it makes life so much more simpler. It makes the whole manifestation process so much more simpler. If all you have to do is write out a list and just say, I have everything on my list. That's it. That's all you have to do. All right. I intend that this tapping has helped you. Happy manifesting with your lists. If you do have success, I would love it if you put it in the comments below and tell me everything that you're manifesting with the list method now that you've cleared the belief. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.